A question I'm frequently asked by potential new clients is, what is your goal for my case? What do you think that it's ultimately worth? More often than not, I answer that question the same way, and that is to say, my goal is to get you the full amount of available insurance coverage. So the full insurance coverage is what's called coverage limits. And I do explain to those potential clients right at the very beginning what that goal is, because it's important that they share that same goal, because there's two potential downsides and one big upside of having this approach. So the first potential downside is that the client needs to be willing to fight. So what does it mean to fight? Well, to us, it means not just filing a demand and negotiating with the insurance company to get the highest amount that they're willing to pay. Instead, it means to be willing to then go and file a lawsuit, to go through the discovery process, and even then to bring the case all the way to a jury trial to ask for the full amount that is available. And by the time we get in front of a jury, we're usually asking for much more than the available coverage limits. And not all clients are comfortable with that, which is perfectly understandable. And the insurance company is going to test whether they are willing to fight or whether they're going to back off because they can't handle the stress, or they're just going to fold and take easy money that is considerably less than their case is worth. I'll get into it in another video, but there are techniques that we use to try to apply leverage to the insurance company to make it so that it's very reasonable for them to try to protect the defendant and pay the available coverage limits. The second reason why it's important for us to have that conversation with the client right at the outset is because having to go through all those hoops that are necessary to fight means that it's going to take a lot longer for the claim to be resolved, potentially. Sometimes we can get coverage limits shortly after an event happens because it becomes crystal clear to everyone that the damages, the amount that's been suffered is just so massive, especially in comparison to the coverage limits. The upside of taking this approach, of course, is if you get coverage limits, you won't have buyer's remorse. You won't wonder, did I get the best offer that I could have gotten? Did I get the best deal that I could have gotten? You will know that you've gotten every single penny available, and that's something you can take a whole lot of comfort in. The insurance companies get to know us, and so they know by seeing us over and over and over again that we are willing to go the fight, that we do prepare our clients for the time that will be involved. A lot of times insurance companies will know they need to resolve the case quickly for coverage limits before we go down this road, and they end up paying our client a bunch of money and they end up spending a bunch in expenses to defend a case that they could have just resolved right at the outset. I hope this is helpful information and kind of gives you an idea of how we look at cases and how we have this approach that we apply consistently and how it's gotten to the point where it builds momentum and it just continues to help clients so that they can resolve their cases for more money with less time. So thanks so much. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.